to a live Shaw Sports presentation.
Welcome to the 2019 U18 BC Provincial Curling Championships. We are at the Fuca Curling Center here in Colwood, BC. My name is Melissa Saligo and I'm joined here by Corey Chester. It's going to be a great day. In today's final, we are going to have Team Colwell versus Team Sato in the boys. Team Sato has been incredible. They've had such success over the last couple of years. Corey, what do they need to do to keep that momentum going?
That's right. Like you mentioned, Melissa, they're just coming off of their biggest win ever as a team just a few weeks ago in Red Deer, winning the gold medal at the Canada Winter Games. So that being said, they're still the defending champions of this very event from 1 year ago. They're hungry to get this win today and make it back to the Nationals and make it 2 for 2 on the season.
Awesome. And today's underdog, we think, is Team Colwell. They've had lots of success, but what do they need to do and what is the importance of this game to them?
That's right. Well, this is a big game for Team Colwell. This is their second provincial final of the season. They did drop the BC Junior final in Vernon in December. However, they've made it back to another final this year, and they want to win that first provincial title as a team and make it to the Nationals and experience that Nationals as Team BC. So this is a big game for them, and they're going to be playing hard and hungry for this win today.
I agree. It's going to be a fantastic game. We're looking forward to it. We are set for the U18 BC Boys Provincial Championship Final. Coming in, Team Colwell versus Team Sato. It's Team Colwell in the black and red, followed by Team Sato. As we talked earlier in the opening, Corey, these two teams have met a couple of times this year.
Yeah, that's right, Melissa. They've played in a big game already this season against each other. Back in December, it was actually Team Colwell with the victory in the junior provincial semifinal. So this is a big matchup between these two teams. It should be a good one today.
We're just about to meet the teams here.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Wonderful Curling Center for the boys under 18 BC Curling Championship Final. Representing the Royal City Curling Club, Team Sato. At lead, Troy John. At second, Dawson Bowers. At third, Joshua Mickey. And the skip, Ayato Sato. And the coach, Brian Mickey. Representing the Vernon campus in Intermere Curling Club. At lead, Tyler Powell. At second, Ben Moore. At third, Mitchell Kopitko. And the skip, Eric Powell. Their coach, Dale Hoffman. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would ask that we stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Did work, but it's at max.
Goodbye, Luca.
All right, Corey, as the teams get ready, they'll shake hands and we'll get ready for first rock here at the U18 Provincial Boys Championships. I could have sang "O Canada" there for you in the mic, but decided not to do that to anybody.
No, that's okay. I'm completely fine with that, Melissa. But yeah, that's right. We're here at the Juan Curling Center. It's the rec center here in Colwood, BC. Great facility. And there's 8 sheets of ice here in the curling club. The teams have been playing all week. They began round robin play on Tuesday afternoon, and they've been playing round robin through till Friday, and the playoffs started yesterday. So there's been some excellent shot making and games this week, Melissa. We're definitely in for a good matchup here today, though, with these two teams.
Will they let us know when to throw?
So Team Sato had the bye to the final. They had a 6-1 record at the end of the round robin, so they got the direct bye to the final. Team Colwell, there was actually a 3-way tie, Corey, for second place. Team Colwell, Team Dean, and Team Duncan Wu. And Colwell had beaten both of those two teams, so he actually got the direct bye into the semifinal. And we had a tiebreaker on Friday night, and it was Team Dean versus Team Duncan Wu. And Team Dean came out with a victory, ended up playing Team Colwell in that semi yesterday. And it went down to pretty much last rock, and Team Colwell defeated Team Dean 5-4 in that semifinal.
And what a semifinal that was. It was an early lead by Team Colwell, and Team Dean battled back to make it the tie game heading into the 8th. And Eric Colwell actually didn't even have to throw his last rock, so that was a nice win for them, and that's how these two teams have made it into the final today.
Yeah, hard guys. Hard guys, get it in. Hard, hard, hard. Hard guys. Hard.
So we're off and running. Looks like Eric Colwell is called for the top 4 from lead Tyler Powell.
So the ice here at the Juan Curling Center has been, there's just no word to describe how fantastic it's been. You talk to any one of the athletes here, you talk to any one of the volunteers, the fans, everyone's been watching this ice. Can't thank Cody Hall and Chris Patterson enough for all they've done. It's running about 15 seconds hog to hog, and it's curling about 5.5 feet. It's tremendous, tremendous ice.
Yeah, certainly all you can ask for as a player, to have such consistent conditions throughout the week. Not only, like you mentioned, it was running 15 seconds hog to hog, and it holds up through all 8 ends, through the entirety of the game. So very consistent, very predictable for the players, which as a result we'll be able to see a lot of great shot making.
Mitchell. Good throw.
So just a couple of
10-3.
up and down takeouts here to start off. Pretty expected, I would say, from these two teams playing in a provincial final. Even though they're both familiar with this situation, you know, lots on the line to be able to head to the Nationals if you win this game. So trying to get comfortable, you know, scope out the scene and confirm what the ice is doing.
Yeah, during the round robin game, you would have seen probably some more rocks in play right off the bat. But as you say, there's lots on the line here right now, of course. And there's going to be some nerves out there. I mean, both these teams have played in finals before. I think the only newbie out there probably who hasn't been in a final is the third for Team Colwell, and that's Mitchell Kapitko.
That's right, Mitchell Kapitko is the new player to this team.
Okay.
However, he has fit in excellent. You know, you never know that he's brand new to this team and been a great addition for sure.
Whoa, just here. Yeah, a little bit. Yep. Okay, you're good. Good.
Nice way, Benny.
I think you might have turned that in a hair, because that curled a ton.
So a bit of a miss there by Troy Chong on his shot, so it gives an opportunity for Team Colwell to lie two here early in the first end. This is Dawson Ballard. Nice shot there by Dawson. He's trying to get those rocks closer together. So he tried to get the roll closer to that blue stone. And Team Colwell will try and roll away from that other blue stone and try and force Team Sato to have to take a single point here in the first end.
Yeah, that's right, Melissa. You know, as soon as you can line up the rocks into a better position for a double. So that's all that Team Sato can work on right now, is trying to hit and roll closer to that other blue and line up a double for Josh Mickey later in the end.
All right, two good ones, bud.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This is Dawson with his second stone here in the first. Trying to get a roll in, but unfortunately for him, rolls out. So another opportunity here for Team Colwell to lie and sit two. They're going to try and place these rocks far apart and not set up a double. This is Mitchell Kopitko playing in his first final.
Line's good. First rock down this path, guys. Okay, hard then. Hard, guys, go to get in.
Yeah, you mentioned Eric.
Hard, guys, come on.
Say their first
Hard,
rock
guys.
down this path,
Come
and
on,
that's
it looks really
exactly
good.
it
Make
down
it
that
T.
center
Make it T.
lane.
Come on, guys.
During practice,
15-8.
the teams
Yep,
might not
yep,
have
yep,
thrown
yep. You gotta
in
go
that
hard.
area of the sheet
Hard.
enough
Get it
time,
in.
so there's still fresh pebble, and it looks like they
Oh, great brushing.
they're able to still get it there, but
15-8.
so good sweeping from
Yeah,
the
the
front
front
end
end
there.
worked hard, pillar to post on that one.
Keeps the force alive.
So this is Josh Mickey with his first.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Clean. Yep. Real hard. Clean. Yep. Clean. Clean. Real hard.
Nice shot there, nice roll.
Just roll
It'll
it and
force
grind.
Team Colwell to have to deal with
They
it.
make the double, that's fine.
That's right, and they do have to make the roll in order to be in the ring, so that is a good shot by Josh Mickey there. If Team Colwell does nose the shot, then Team Sato will be able to hit the other rock in the ring, so
Clean. Whoa.
they'll be definitely
Whoa.
looking for the roll here.
Tyler. Bend, bend. Hard bend.
Hard bend. Hard stick.
Roll it.
So you saw the sweeping
Wow,
there.
sick.
They actually had Tyler Powell on at first to try and get it to
Spin
curl,
in.
and switched right away over to Ben
Really good.
to try and keep it straight, because it actually took off on them. So with the down weight, most teams have been
Sorry.
throwing about 10, 10.5 for their hit weight, Corey, and it's about the right weight because you want to keep the sweepers involved. This is very, very awesome ice for sweepers to help manipulate or to help manage the rocks down the sheet of ice.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, if you could throw that nice, easy 10.5 speed, the sweeping is so effective for both sides. You can, you know,
What a
hold,
great shot by
hold the line and make
Joshua.
it curl. So nice shot there.
And you saw there that exactly, he didn't throw it heavy, he didn't throw, a bomb at it. He threw nice control weight and made a perfect hit and roll and just nudged
If we
that
can
second
stick
stone
around,
out of the
that's fine,
rings.
but if we roll out, that's fine. Yeah.
So Eric Colwell making his way down to throw his first rock of this U18 boys provincial final.
Pretty quick, eh?
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Hard if it's quiet.
Good 10. Good 10.
Hard, gotta go.
Roll it. Hard bend.
Hard. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Tyler.
Sit.
So you saw what happened there. They obviously, it was going to over curl, so they made the decision about 3/4 of the way down to make sure that they saved their shooter, and that was a really great call by Mitchell Kapitko. So they called him off. They went for the one that was above just to make sure that it wasn't an easier shot for Hayato Sato. He has to make a shot in order to hit and stick too. So a little bit turn of events here. There is an opportunity now for a hit and stick to lie 2. And if he hits and noses where he is, Corey, I'm not sure that there'll be a double there.
No, the rocks are pretty evenly set in terms of there actually might be a double now that we look at it from that angle, but yeah, you're definitely looking to stick around here and get the 2 points early. It actually was Team Sato in the round robin that scored 4 on Team Colwell in the first end, and that was in draw 7 on Friday afternoon. So I don't think we'll get that same result here in this first end for sure, but it'll definitely be a win if Team Sato can grab their 2 points early.
So Eric's looking at the double, and he's just trying to decide whether to take it on or not. And he's elected not to, and he's going to, I believe, just throw the hit and stick.
Yeah, and there's not too much you can do in this situation. Just make sure that you stick around with your shooter. Maybe roll it into a foot on the other side of the rock instead of nosing. Changes the positioning a little bit, but yeah, not too much you can do at this point other than accept that you're probably giving up 2. Just make sure you make the hit and stick.
Bend a little. Bend. Sit.
That's actually pretty good. Good throw. Sweet. Good.
Is it up?
I got 956.
Who shot rock, Corey?
Blue. Pretty confident on that. But
So looking for a nose hit here to get his 2 points here in the first end. This is Hayato Sato. Last rock here of the U18 provincial final. First end.
Easy. Clean. Yep. Whoa, it's clean. Oh, clean. Whoa. Troy.
So Troy Trong trying to get this one to curl, make sure it gets to the nose. And makes no mistake. So great shot there by Hato. 2 on the board. It is now 2-0 Team Sato after 1. We'll be right back after a short break.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams on and off the ice.
all right, so we'll take a look at our last 2 shots at the end here. Eric Colwell hitting and sticking, rolling towards that side red, just staying shot rock, forces Team Sato to have to hit and stick and earn their 2 points. Makes no mistake. So we're up Team Sato 2-0 heading into the second here at the Juan Fuca Curling Center.
This is Tyler Powell with his first. He's been asked to throw a corner guard. So Eric is looking to try and establish a couple of guards and maybe try and get something going here in the second end.
No, just keep going. Go. You gotta get it over. Hard.
Tyler Powell mentioned in his bio that he also loves to play golf and volleyball competitively. Further, loves going to the gym and strength training multiple times a week. Certainly be beneficial playing front end.
Especially after sweeping that one that they dragged. So that corner guard didn't quite get over to the corner. It's pretty close to the center line, Corey, so it is pretty high as well, though. So with this kind of ice, the ice that curls so much, it's really easy to get around guards. And you can actually, if you fully bury him, you can still get to him with a hit. So it's not really a great guard.
I guess you try to hit and roll behind
No,
this.
Team Colwell won't be super happy with the positioning there. Certainly tough to hide under it, even if you're able to make the roll here.
Yep. Hard.
We're like 11, board weight.
Hard. Oh. Yep. Hard. No roll. Okay.
So Tyler removes
Not
one
that
red
fast,
stone
guys.
and rolls over beyond the corner guard. So it is open for Team Sato to give it a go.
Yeah. Can we get this cord off here?
Nice board weight. This is one of the things that I've seen through. I've been here all week, of course, watching, and one of the things that you really can't do on this ice, Corey, is when you throw that nice down weight, is if it's close, you always need to keep a broom down, because as soon as you lift that broom, it is going to make its move. And the break point is very late on this ice. It's just beyond the hog line, or just before the hog line, about 5 feet. So if it's close, it's really important that the teams keep their brooms down and make sure that they manage that stone, because you will see it finish when it needs to.
I guess try to bury. Okay. If you show like a quarter, that's pretty good on this side.
So I like
really
this
know
call
where
here,
it
Melissa.
flies.
They're choosing to play a draw shot instead of hitting that rock in the back of the button here. Gives a little bit more ability to position it better above the tee line for sure.
Okay,
If they can bury this one even, full 12 foot, bite the 8 foot around that guard, it'll still be difficult to remove.
Right here. Yep. Hard.
And it looks like they got a pretty good one coming into the house here.
Hard. Tyler. Oh. Really good shot, bud.
Really nice shot by Ben.
15-5. So it's definitely quite a bit slower than the semi.
Quite a bit slower than the semi. Interesting.
I didn't get the time
Hey,
on that
Ben,
one,
you
but
gotta
we
go
will.
down this side of the sheet.
We'll try and get
You
some
gotta go
times
down
for
this
you.
side
And
of the
again, during the round robin and even in the semi, we was running about 15, even 15 and a half. So we'll make sure we grab a couple times here to see what Eric is referring to. So just the peel here by Dawson Ballard.
Left side of the sheet.
Try and open up that rock that was completely buried by
Go
Ben.
down the left side of the sheet. What? Like that? Yeah. Yeah. They're gonna hit and roll in front.
Okay. Whatever you like.
I don't mind throwing a corner.
Kind of rather deal with that red now.
Okay. I think that's probably the best.
Okay.
Yeah, so a bit of a discussion there, trying to decide where to put their next rock.
No, it's fine.
Two options really. You can put that guard back up into a little bit of a better position in order to preserve your 2 points, or you can hit this rock that's in the back of the button. It's still early enough in the end that there's a chance Team Sato can hit and roll and try to position better for a double. So
That's an unforced error there by Ben. I really like what you're saying there, Corey, and I actually like throwing in another corner guard on that shot and trying to preserve it a little sooner. As you say, it's really early in the end. If it was maybe third, second stone, I would have looked at maybe playing the hit, but.
Right. Yeah, unfortunately they won't be too happy with that result. It really takes away the 2 points.
So this is Joshua Mickey. He's playing the open hit. they'll probably end up playing this end out. And Eric will do what he can to retain hammer in the third end and try and get something going then.
Yeah, on the nose.
This is Mitchell Kapitko.
Yep.
His first rock here in the second end.
Hard. Hard for a piece. Hard.
This one's
Hard.
really going on him.
Hard.
Sweeping for a piece. And he's got it. So we'd like to take a moment too to thank all of our sponsors who have helped support this great event this week.
That's right, Melissa. There's a ton of support for this event here at Juan Fuca Curling Center. And just to name a few, we have Co-op Gas, Bin 4 Burgers, Wilson Driving, Bank of Montreal, Brown's Social House, Curvilicious Boutique, Re-Loving Furniture, 3 Gringos, 328 Tap House. We went there last night. It was excellent. 6 Mile Restaurant. We also have the City of Colwood, City of Langford, and the Township of View Royal. So thanks to all the support this week.
Nose, man.
So that draw there was about a 14.5, Corey, and it's just back, about back 8. So it might be a titch slower than perhaps it was in the semifinal.
Right to it.
Both teams had their 10-minute pregame
Right to
practice.
Good sweep. What was that?
I do have to say, if you see something flying around the arena, there is a bird in there right now that they were trying to get out this morning. I think it's still in there.
It's definitely still in the rink, Melissa.
And so we did have the door open to try and get it out, but
Cody Hall
unsuccessful.
was using all his tricks in the book to try to get this bird to leave, but it didn't quite work.
No, it's hanging around
So
for a great seat for the final here.
But we do have a contingency plan in place in case something goes haywire.
So that could be why it's just a little bit heavier. It might be a little colder in there, and it will warm up as the game goes on here. I think if I see the bird, I might name it, Corey. Haven't seen it for a while. So both teams exchanging stones here in the second end. This is Eric making his way down, and he will throw his first stone here in the second end, trying to preserve a blank in this second end.
Yeah, and Team Sato is going to be really happy to force the blank in an even end. And it'll be interesting to see if they throw a center guard in the third to try to force Team Colwell to take a point in one of the odd ends.
Whoa! Don't have anything. Ben. Jesus. What is the time? Is that wide? Is it too much ice probably?
So Eric hits and rolls out, so opportunity here for Hayato to try and get some draw weight, get a feel for what the ice is doing, and we'll get a time on this one as well to give you an idea what it's running.
What'd you get, Melissa?
Well, anyways, I clocked to 15.6.
I was waiting for my timer. I have an assistant doing my timing for me, so it's 15:06 as well. So
Yeah,
you guys are on the same page. I have people for that.
Oh, okay. I should have known. 15.6, that's excellent. I mean, they were off and on it virtually the whole way down. And there was no panic to have to sweep 100% to get it there. So it's full on, full speed from what we can see, just like it has been all week.
I agree.
Yep.
So Eric looking for the
Clean.
hit and
Ball.
roll out. Would
Ball.
love to blank this end.
You're good.
And no problem there. So it is a blank on the board. So Team Sato still leading 2-0 after 2 ends of play at the U18 Boys Championship. We are going to go to ice level, and joining our team is Will Sutton, who is with Todd Jones, the chair of the committee. Will?
Thanks, Melissa. I'm here with Todd Jones from the Juan Fuca Curling Center, who's been chairing this event. Thanks, Todd, on behalf of Curl BC for chairing such a great event here.
Well, thank you very much. We've enjoyed it.
This is one of the biggest events on the Curl BC calendar for the year. So hosting an event like this, bringing 16 teams from across the province, it must be a pretty big job for you.
It was, but I think with all the volunteers that helped out, it was an exceptional event.
And what does it mean for your club to host an event like this?
I think having some of these under 18 competitors, which are really the best in our province right now, to having them, showcasing them, and letting our club see what they can do, I think is a great thing.
Yeah, for sure. It's been some fantastic curling. Is there anyone you'd like to recognize today who has contributed to the event happening?
Oh, definitely. All our sponsors, my volunteer staff, and Curl BC. Thank you.
Thanks so much. And back to Melissa in the booth for some highlights.
All right, thanks, Will, and thank you, Todd, and thanks, Todd, for all you've done this week. It's been awesome. So just quickly to the highlights here, Corey. That was the blank attempt by Eric Colwell, and he made no mistake there. So he does retain hammer going into this third end. And as you said earlier, Team Sato pretty happy to force him to blank in the second, in an even end.
Yeah, for sure. Whenever you're winning in the game and you can force your opposition to blank in the even ends and hopefully force them in the odd ends, that's certainly a win for you, for your team. And yeah, Team Sato's in a comfortable position as it so far in this game.
You're gonna overcurl. Oh, just here.
So Eric really trying to get a corner guard up here and trying to get
You're
something
really
going
wide.
here in the third end.
No, you're gonna be like here.
Trying to string
No,
together 8 great shots will
no,
likely
no.
do that for him. So great placement by the first one there by
That's
Troy
good.
Chong. It's just, I believe, back button. This is Troy Chong with his second stone. So Team Sato trying to keep the play towards the center, obviously, and Team Colwell would like to keep the play over to the wings, trying to manufacture somehow to create his deuce. Both teams all week have been playing great, and we didn't have stats this week, but I watched all of their games, and these kids are really showing us what the future is like.
Yeah, absolutely, Melissa. And what you're going to notice is, really two things that stand out for me in particular is that all 8 players on the sheet of ice throw a very pure rock. Their deliveries are very sound and solid, and it makes it, consistent throws and easy to read for the skips. Not only that, but the sweeping is very effective. Their form and they're able to drag rocks a long ways. So those are really 2 key factors that elevates their play and execution for both these teams. And it's really no surprise that these 2 have met in the final here this week. Arguably, the two of the favorite teams heading into the week, and they are both able to find it into the final today. So yeah, it's really important on ice that curls this much, like the 5.5 feet.
You see where Hayato's got his broom there. It's almost edge of 12. It's really far out. And you have to make sure that your goal here is to keep the rock moving as straight as possible, as long as possible, and try and delay that break point almost. If you have to sweep early for curl, there's pretty much no chance of making a shot.
Yeah, for sure. And the great thing about having ice conditions like this to play on at the Provincials is it really sets you up for success when you head to the Nationals. So either team that is able to pull this win out today will be great representatives. So we got some action here in the house here.
Well, it's pretty close to making the double if you make
Looks like
the roll
it's
good.
Team
But I
Colwell
think we
sitting
try to make the
2
double.
with the center guard. Team Sato rather sitting 2 with the center guard.
It's like there for over the face.
Yeah, that one just
And it's
over
like
curled
there
and
for
it bumped the
into
blue
it.
stone out a bit, so it's rolled
I like
open.
this 10.
So Eric looking to call Ben here to throw the double, and he might actually even get the roll towards the corner guard as well. But the key here, Corey, is to ensure that you make sure your shooter stays in play.
Oh, yep. Hard. Okay, yep. Whoa, roll to a corner.
Looks like this one
you're
got
rolling.
going
Okay.
early here. I don't know if Ben got that one going a bit, but definitely over curl. Does remove the center guard, though. There is some advantage to it. You really have to make sure, as a player, as a thrower, that you get out to the broom.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that was on release or just sort of straight tight on the line on that shot here, because the weight looked close. Unfortunately exposes that top blue to be taken out by Team Sato. So, but still not a bad looking end. All it takes is one hit and roll to set up a two spot.
This is Dawson Ballard with his first, and great shot by him. Removes the blue stone and keeps his shooter in play.
Right on the nose, as close.
We'll just
getting
have a
all
look
three.
at the lineup there. There is a
Normal
chance
up.
that maybe all three will go.
They're like 8.
Pretty close.
8 seconds. So Eric's referring to 8 seconds hog to hog, probably close to about peel weight. So this one will be coming down with some good speed. Looking to get all the reds moving. Got to be pretty close to nose. But like you mentioned, Melissa, just sticking around is a good result.
Sit.
He's able to remove 2 of them. Unfortunately, doesn't stick around with the shooter, which opens the door for Team Sato to go up and peel that guard.
Gotta make shots, boys.
So Joshua Mickey looking to peel the corner. And unfortunately,
Wow.
just ticks it and goes by, so it is still there. It's barely covering the 12, but it's still available.
Like 14.5, 14.7's good weight. 15's probably close.
Yeah, so if Team Colwell can sink one here, it's a really good opportunity to get their 2 points back. Try to keep it above the tee line.
And that's key for sure. Corey's keep it above the tee line. You don't want to take the end away from yourself by doing that.
Whoa, off it.
This one looks like it's got a bit of speed on it.
Is it? No. No.
Yeah, wide
No
and
line
heavy.
either.
Fortunately,
that's
not a good combination.
Okay. 13.9.
So you heard Eric say 13.9. That's definitely through the rings. Joshua trying the exact same shot, and he's not happy with it, so I'm guessing that he's missed it again. That's two
Same thing.
two peels in a row. I think maybe both teams just not quite grasping the ice.
Yeah, that's a tough one there for Josh. Hoping to rebound from the first one. Unfortunately can't deliver, but opens the door back for Team Colwell.
So Mitchell really wants to make sure he's got good
Mine's
draw weight on
better.
this one.
Okay, gotta go then. How's the weight?
You heard him say
Bends.
4-5. That's
Bends.
about
Hard bend.
top 12, top 8.
Hard bend. Hard bend. You gotta go.
It's about a
Hard.
15 and a half.
Hard.
Great brushing.
It's not curling at all. It's so straight.
Yeah, perfect weight there. Maybe just a little bit too much ice for the line. But, you know, not bad at all, just to make sure it's still in play and forces Team Sato to make the hit. There should be a chance for a hit and roll on the next one for Team Colwell. Still can get their 2 points with the skipper's deuce.
Yeah, he had ice probably just outside the center line, so it did curl, it did curl a good 5 feet. But it didn't look like it finished, and I think that's what Eric's maybe referring to. So opportunity here now for Team Sato. This is Hayato.
Clean, yep. Hard. Hard.
This one's curling
Yeah,
a
this
lot.
one's really curling.
Roll, roll.
I'm not sure what's going on over there. If
Don't mind coming right on top of it.
I think Hayato might actually think that one picked.
Yeah, he motioned as if
Yes.
it sort of grabbed early.
How much
Tough
can
break
you see
there.
of this?
Especially to leave the guard in play. If Team Colwell is most likely
Which
going
way?
to
This way?
head up and hit and roll under and use that
Oh,
guard.
yeah, I just don't want to jam. I think we draw. I think we draw. We're shot. Hit and rolled it here. Nose is fine, and if he makes that, I mean.
So you don't actually have to play a takeout shot on the top red. It's not a bad call. You'll still set up for your 2 points.
Right? A little more.
You risk leaving a double. You could split the rings and throw it on the other side of the T line there, and most likely
Nose is fine.
Team
It's a
Sato is
tough
going to
one.
hit the open one and conceive the 2.
Yeah, exactly. If that red was covering.
The thing is, if you roll towards that other blue stone quarry and group them together, you know that Hayato is going to take on the double on his next one. So
Just playing safe ice, so nose is
I agree
Right.
with you that I really don't think you need to hit this. I think you need to be confident as a skip and throw the draw to the open side and just keep those rocks far apart. But Eric's elected to play the hit.
Yeah, if you make the perfect hit and roll and stagger them a little bit, you could potentially get 3,
Hard bend.
depending on how buried it is.
Yep.
Hold it.
But even if you nose, it's still a good result.
Sit. Sit.
Good.
That worked
Great
out
shot.
pretty good.
Really good, buddy. Good throw.
Really great shot.
Is it still up?
Almost went off on him. So really great sweeping to hold that one.
Was I a little tight?
So hit and stick here for Hayato, and
I don't think I was responsive.
Eric looking at getting 2.
Oh my god, that was great. Thought we were gonna blow another opportunity.
So Hayato's still having a look at that same area where he thinks his previous one may have picked. And Joshua and Mickey just doing a little extra cleanup.
Yeah, it's good to be diligent.
I like trying
Certainly don't want to have it happen twice in a row.
I'll take edge of line.
This is the same area of the sheet where they are playing the takeouts in the first end, so they should be familiar with how much it'll curl up with the right speed.
He's got the broom in the middle of the rock here.
Whoa, clean. Whoa, clean. Clean good. Whoa, off. And you roll it in.
And that's a nice shot, and he rolls for shot stone. So Eric Colwell going to deal with that one. Needs a nose hit for his 2 points here in the third end.
Yeah, that should be good. Yeah. Yeah, let's get on the board, boys. Okay.
Last stone of the third end here from Eric Colwell. Looking to hit and stick, grab his 2 points, and tie this game back up, heading into the fourth.
Clean. Whoa. No. Okay, you're good.
And it looks good. You heard it's good, and there it is. 2 points on the board. Team Colwell. So we got a 2-2 tie after 3. You are watching the 2019 U18 BC Boys Provincial Championship. We'll be right back after this break.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Whoa. And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Welcome back to the third end. This is the third end, and you're just watching Team Sato play the, Hayato played the hit and roll in. An opportunity here now for Eric to get his deuce, and he makes no mistake to tie this game up.
Yeah, you heard Eric before that last shot there mention to his front end, let's make this one and grab our 2 points and tie this game back up, and he made no mistake. So good job well done by Team Colwell, and we head back to the fourth end here at the Juan Curling Center. First rock here by Tyler Powell.
Hey, yeah, hard guys then. Hard all the way then. I need it tight. Hard. Tight, good. Take it to 3, guys, come on. Hard. Goal. Hard.
Colwell team working hard to try and get this one as far as possible. It does get to center. A little higher than they probably want. But a corner guard being called here by Troy Chong.
Line's okay. Just 2. With D? If we're 3, you can even bring it right
I heard
here.
Hayato say zone 2, and that's about halfway.
Look, 3.
3 is tight.
Yeah, drop a bit.
Both teams using the 10-zone system for sweeping. 1 to 3 is outside the rings, and 7 is T-line. 8, 9, 10 behind T-line.
Block their drop path. Yeah. Just cross the center line and air would be really good.
Yeah. I mean, they're more used if they're short, right? Yeah.
If you slip into on 12, that's fine.
So you heard Eric Colwell say to Tyler that they want to throw this one just in the zone 3, just above the house, kind of off center Corey, so that they kind of block the out-turn draw path and the in-turn draw path for Team Sato. However, he did say that if it does come into the rings, it's okay. But one of the things that you kind of think about as a skip is when you have a center guard and a corner guard, you want to make sure you keep away. You want to come in the other side. You don't want to go near it. So if they get a hit and roll, they can hit and roll behind the corner guard. You kind of want to stay away from that corner guard.
That's right. It's kind of an unwritten rule that you don't throw your draw shot through 2 guards, as it gives the other team an opportunity to hit and roll under at least one of them. But so that one comes up a little bit short. Still does the job. Essentially, Eric's just trying to put some more pressure on Team Sato that they haven't been able to do yet this game. So.
Okay, you're good. Wait only. Yep. Where?
So you have Team Sato ignoring both those center guards and going around their corner guard that they put there for a reason. I like it.
Real hard, Josh.
It's a great shot by Troy.
That's a beauty.
Okay, real good. All right, make it good.
And because of the 5 rock rule, Melissa, Eric Colwell's not able to actually go up and remove that corner guard yet. So they're choosing to ignore the situation on the side and draw around their center guards here. So perfect positioning on this one would be, you know, full 8 foot. Just bite 4 foot if anything, but buried behind those center guards.
They called back 4 on this one originally, so they're trying to wait for it to make its break. And Tyler's going to go and try and get it to curl. Wait's great.
That's not bad at all, Benny.
I think so.
Well, Hayato's got looking at the house right now. He's got one secured behind that corner guard, pretty great, and he's not really loving those center guards. So he's just gone up to ask Dawson Ballard to peel, try and clear up the center area a bit.
Yeah.
Try and make the double peel.
Real hard, guys. Okay, whoa, clean. Whoa, 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 whoa.
And that was a little bit of an off-balance delivery there by Dawson. He was able to remove one of the guards, but certainly if Team Colwell can place this one, you know, top 4 foot, it's going to put a lot of pressure on Team Sato now.
Yeah, Ben really wants to get this one above the tee line, so he'll go to school on his last shot and make a little adjustment for his weight.
And that's the key here, is the communication in order to make that adjustment. You know, 6 feet less, sweep it into position.
Off it then. No.
This one looks like it might have about the same speed or even a little bit more, Corey. Yeah, that's unfortunate for Ben. He really wanted to be, as you say, 6 feet lighter on that stone. Giving Team Sato an out here.
I'll go for a longer run.
Not sure how much you can see of that shot just thrown by Ben.
I mean, we're jamming either way.
Maybe a piece.
You try to get nose?
Yeah, it's a little bit exposed. They're just trying to decide if they're able to get to the nose on that rock with some weight. But you can tell that Hayato certainly doesn't like where that center guard is. That's more of a threat. So
same.
Looks like they're gonna go rip the center guard. It's okay, just because those blues are so closely positioned. You could play a double later on and try to bring your red into play.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Yep. Clean. Whoa. 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 Any roll. Okay.
It's a pretty good shot.
Top 4
by Dawson there. Removes one of the blue stones in the rings. It does leave a center guard, but at least now for Team Sato, it is their own stone. So if they need to do that again, at least they're running their own back. But it does give another opportunity here for Mitchell Kapitko to try and get one buried top 4 behind that center guard. Again, the key here is to be above the tee line. Put a lot of pressure back on Team Sato.
Hard then. Gotta bite the 8 foot. Take a look though. Yep, Tyler's. Hard Tyler. Go. Hard, gotta go. Hard.
This one's a 16-3 hog to hog.
Come on. Go.
You really want this to be second shot. What
Really good.
great brushing.
Oh, that's perfect.
That is a
positioning.
fantastic shot.
Like
Great
7, 8.
brushing by the front end. Mitchell can thank those guys for that one.
And just to make sure that you err on that light side after having those 2 previous ones slip behind the tee line, that's just a
Clean. Yep.
It's a good way to certainly in the
Real
tolerance for that shot.
Hard.
So this is Joshua Mickey trying the run back and just misses it. Really good attempt.
Guard it. Good.
Yeah, he was close on this run back here. They're on it, and it just barely
just half an
missed the
inch.
top one. Unfortunately, left the shooter there too, so it sort of blocks that out-turn path to the button. there might be a port there still, but Team Colwell is going to attempt to replace that guard, and Team Sato's in a little bit of trouble this end.
So because that guard has been left by Joshua Mickey, one of the things that is really important when you're throwing guards on this ice, Corey, is to ensure that you take that little extra ice and let the brushers put it in the place it needs to go. Things I've seen, I've seen a lot this week where guards have over-curled, and there's really no reason for that. So that's a really good place there for spot there for Mitchell's guard, but
probably still got to go for it, eh?
Yeah, two
pretty much knows.
great draw shots there by Mitchell, the newcomer to this team.
The other three members of the Team Colwell, Eric, Ben, and Tyler, did play in the U21 Provincial Final and got the silver medals, losing to Team Tardy, who went on to win the World Championships this year. Not bad losing to world champions.
Clean. Whoa.
So another opportunity here for Joshua Mickey.
Way. Real hard, real hard. Hard Dawson. Hard Dawson. Hard Dawson.
Yeah, so we'll have another look at that run back there. It's close again, and just barely misses on the other side of that front blue.
Yep.
Unfortunately leaves the shooter as well, so there's certainly less breathing room for Team Sato now, just because those shooters have stuck around in those guard zones. In terms of, throwing a draw shot to the side of the forefoot there, it's going to be tough.
And that's the chance you take when you play the run back, Corey. If you don't make it and you still play for it the whole way down and not make the straight peel, you leave those guards out front. So yeah, looking at it right now, there's not a lot of option for draw opportunity here for Team Sato. So we'll see where Eric Colwell, he's throwing the center guard again.
Whoa.
If you keep this just on the right-hand side of the center line, he should be in good shape.
Tyler.
This one's got a lot of curling to do.
Ben.
Really want to get to the center here if they can.
Whoa.
Plan B.
Whoa.
It's a good audible there.
Good audible.
To call on the sweeping and get the rub in order to make sure it rolls into
off nose.
Where they wanted the guard to be. So here's the third attempt now for the run back.
This one's a little closer though, so he just wants, I just heard Hayato say, just a little off nose. Should it get at least one of them in the rings?
I'm stoked. Yeah, even if we cross over tiny.
This is a huge shot for Hayato Sato to try and get his team out of trouble here. In this fourth end, tie ball game, 2-2. Guys haven't touched it yet. Whoa. It's close. He gets one of them. It's a really great shot.
Yeah, we'll have another look at that run back after the third attempt. Makes it, catches the top one, and rolls the shooter and exposes that back forefoot blue. So Eric Colwell is going to have to be pretty precise here on where he places his last shot in order to preserve the force.
I mean, even if I get edge on edge, it's good. I think
really all you're looking for is just to make sure you sit two. Bury a little bit behind that red guard that's just off the center line, and there should be no double.
Okay.
And it'll have the force for Team Sato.
And that's the key, Corey. You heard Eric and Mitchell talking, just maybe edge on edge or even half buried.
So I think probably 30 is probably.
You don't ever want to give Hayato an opportunity to make the double and get his 2 points here in four. Team Colwell has been pushing Team Sato this entire end. So really important about rock placement here.
Really?
And they...
Where?
This one might be a little heavy. They haven't touched it.
Tyler. Gotta go, Tyler. Hard, Tyler, go. Hard.
It's about a 15-2.
Hard, Tyler, go.
trying to get it half buried if they can. And second shot.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I think it's a pretty good shot.
Don't think it's there. We almost left it too long.
And it's kind of an awkward in-turn draw too, just because of where that last rock stopped.
Yeah,
there's definitely enough space to get there into the 4-foot, but some nice positioning there from Team Colwell.
What a great shot by Eric. Couldn't have put it in a better place, I don't think, and Hayato knew right away he's throwing the draw. So you look at where Dawson has the broom there, Corey. It's about 2 inches maybe outside the 12-foot. And this is
8-foot rather.
Or 8-foot, pardon me. So this is pretty much the draw to the button path, but it is about, I would say, about 4 inches straighter than what we've been seeing all week in this particular path anyways. So we'll see how this one goes. Just needs to hit, looks like a piece of the 4-foot to get his one.
Whoa, switch, got a curl.
This one needs to get off the guard, and I don't think it's going to. So weight looked maybe a titch heavy, and that may be why it ran a bit straighter. So it is a steal of 2 for Team Colwell in the 4th end of play. After 4 ends, it is 4-2. Team Colwell over Team Sato. We are heading to break, and we'll be back.
Curling, the game with the ice and the rocks and the sweeping and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
To be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Skip, Eric Colwell, who has taken a 2-point lead going into the 5th end of this game. Eric, how's the speed and the curl out there today?
The speed's pretty good. I think it's a little bit slower than the round robin play. In the semifinal last night was like lightning quick. And we're definitely noticing it's a hair bit straighter as well. We're not taking that much ice on hits or draws as we were in the round robin.
Okay, very observative of you. Anything your team looking to do better in the second half of this game?
I think we just we're overthrowing them a little bit. I don't know, probably just a little bit of nerves, adrenaline. We're just getting a couple more rollouts than Team Sato are, and they're getting a lot of free draws, which I mean is probably benefiting them.
Awesome, good plan. And I know this is not your first experience in a BC final. Any advice out there for those up and coming U15, U18 curlers on how you guys put yourself in this situation so much this season?
I mean, I think it's just staying patient and staying calm and. Because we got a little anxious in the junior final this year, so we're staying more calm this game, and it's helping us.
Great to hear. Keep it up, and good luck in the second half. Back to you, Melissa.
Great, thanks, Will. And what a great comment, Corey, because I did watch and commentate that U21 game, and I heard the boys talking. I knew they were a bit nervous. Great to see them calm and collected out there today. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, it's definitely showing. They're holding their own. Definitely a momentum change in this game from the first few ends. Now that Team Colwell is in the driver's seat after stealing the 2 points there in the 4th. So good for them on identifying that in order to improve their performance for today.
And such a young skip, and he's, Will ask some great questions like, what do you think about the ice? And that's one thing that you and I have identified. We do believe the ice is a little bit straighter today, and you have to pick up on that early. They had a 10-minute pregame practice each, but we've seen a lot of half shots so far, I guess it's the best way to say, in the ends 1, 2, and 3. A few more made that end, and it's really important to pick up on the ice. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Definitely they're waiting for most of the rocks to curl. But how you can prevent that is just throwing a little bit lighter weight, manipulating the rock with the sweeping, and Eric knows that. He identified that in his interview, so certainly we'll be seeing that in the next half.
So I think we're going to have a quick look at some highlights here from the first 4 ends of this game.
Yeah, so first end, it was pretty open. It was just Team Sato with an open hit there for his 2, made no mistake, and taking the 2-0 lead heading into the second end. It was Team Colwell with the hammer. Same thing as the first, open end, blank, heading over into the third. It was hit for 2 for Team Colwell to tie the game back up. And over into the fourth end, it was a little bit more messy, but it was Team Sato to open it up there for his last shot. Team Colwell makes no mistake in placing the draw shot to put some pressure on and sit 2, forcing Team Sato to draw for 1, and unfortunately we clocked a 14-3 hog to hog, and it never caught that curl, caught that break point, and clipped one of the corner guards, and it's a big steal of 2 heading into the second half.
And you see Hayato there, he's very disappointed with that shot. Obviously gives up the steal of 2. Really important momentum swing, but both teams have now had a chance to talk to their coaches. They had a fourth end break, and they'll be coming out in the last 4 ends, so I think we'll be right back after a short break ourselves. Oh, and we're not going to go to break. We're going back to the ice.
That's all right. So
keeps us busy.
Fifth end here at the Juan Curling Center rather. We'd just like to take this opportunity to thank a few more of our sponsors that have really stepped up to the plate and help put on this event. We'd like to start with Longview Farms, Kip Wilson Law, Jasmine's Restaurant, the Wanda Fuca Curling Center itself, Victoria Legacy Foundation, Accent Refrigeration, and West Shore Parks and Recreation. So thanks a lot for your support this week.
It's so great to have this event here out at the Wanda Fuca Curling Center, led by Todd Jones, and Seth Cambry has been a huge help to him and all the volunteers who have made this event so successful. We can't thank you enough from Crow BC.
Lines touch tight.
So Coach Brian Mickey would have met with Team Sato during that fourth end break, and Dale Hoffer with Team Colwell.
Can't be in. Ooh, it's gotta stop. Jeez. Get tight.
So Tyler Powell started this end. He threw his first rock, slipped back behind the tee line, back 4, not exactly where you want to put that first stone. Corner guard goes up by Troy Chong, and another opportunity here for Tyler to get this one on the center line, preferably above the tee line.
Just clean it. Sounds good. Weight looks fine. Bend a little. Bend. Hard bend. Hard bend. Hard bend, it's not in. Hard. Hard. Okay, you're good. Good throw, Tyler.
Great judgment there by the sweepers to just get that one in the rings. That's perfect.
Speeding up a hair.
So hit and roll attempt here from Troy Chong. Key is to just stick the shooter in the rings. Making the roll is certainly certainly bonus.
Real hard, guys. Yep. Hard nose. Real hard nose. That's actually pretty good.
That's a great shot by Troy. Just a nice, easy hit. And originally we were going for the hit and roll, but they get to the nose. Great brushing and makes the double. I actually don't think Eric Colwell was upset about that either, Corey, because that one was behind the tee line, back 4, and it wasn't really in a good place for him.
Hard.
So he's not too upset
Gotta go
that
for
that
a
one's
piece.
gone.
Gotta go for a piece, hard.
And they're working this one pretty hard to hold it straight. Unfortunately, clips it enough to remove it.
He's not
and
inside near the room.
opens the door for Team Sato to make a draw around that corner guard. It is a pretty tight corner guard. So even if you do bury a rock behind there, it's a relatively short run back. So we'll see what the placement is on this shot here.
Hayato's just got the broom just inside the 4 foot. I just saw
tight.
the bird go.
Gotta go early.
You saw the bird?
Yeah, I just
Real
saw the
hard,
bird, and I
guys.
just, yeah, it was just
I
down
wonder
here
if
by
the
the home
players
end.
have seen the bird yet.
Yeah, I believe the 2 skips have seen the bird. There it is out there, Corey.
Oh, yeah.
He's
It's
flying around.
around.
Yeah. Wait only.
It's a good
Okay,
thing
go
it doesn't
back
make
E.
much noise.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
Oh.
so Hayato's just had this had his broom just inside the 4 foot area, so that shows you that it's a little bit straighter than it has been all week, and with that little extra
any of
weight.
this?
Oh, he's cruising out there now.
Try to make this and roll to a center.
Hopefully, it's not too much of a distraction for
You're
the
about
teams.
Yeah, and if anyone has any
roll there.
ideas of how to remove
You might-
a bird
you might
from a
roll it.
curling
I don't
club,
think
maybe
so.
leave some comments on the
Really
Curl
straight.
BC Facebook page. We'll take a look, and anything's helpful at this point.
That's funny. All right, this is Ben Morin trying to make
No.
the run back.
No. No.
Plan B would
Yep,
be to
yep,
hit
yep,
roll
yep,
into the
yep,
rings
yep.
if he doesn't get it. You don't want to leave another guard there.
Hard. Okay.
Plan C would be to hit and roll out.
I don't mind putting up another. Just slid wide.
Yeah, the weight was fine, but the weight was fine. It's just he's not sliding.
Team Sato looking to throw another corner guard. This is Dawson Ballard.
Yeah, hard. Okay, clean now. Where? Okay, Josh. Oh, actually, no. The line's good. Line's good. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, right off. Really gotta sit. Okay.
That does
You
its
got
job.
a piece, eh?
Even if
Yeah, like throwing
it does
hacker
expose
board.
that back 12-1, I think you're going to
'Kay.
see Team Sato ignore the rocks behind there and just draw
No.
around the corner guard anyways. So good shot there by Dawson.
So Mitchell's looking to throw about hack weight. If it does overcurl, plan B is to
Yep.
remove the
Whoa.
corner guard and try and roll towards the rings
Whoa.
and maybe get in the rings if they can.
Tyler. Ben. Whoa, Tyler.
This one's close because
Hard.
he's going back and forth on the brushers.
Hard. Roll it away if you can. Yep. Okay. Good.
That's a great shot by
10-9.
Mitchell. Really nice weight.
Yeah, we'll have another look at that one. They're off and on it with the sweeping, managing the curl, and we're able to stick around in the back 8 foot.
And as you predicted, Corey, Hayato's completely ignoring that rock at the back of the rings right now, and Joshua Mickey being asked to throw around the corner guard that was thrown by
Yeah,
Dawson a
clean.
few minutes ago.
Wait only.
Love
Wait
this one to
only,
be
guys.
top
Where?
8.
Switch. No, line's good. Wait only. Whoa. Just top 8. Just top
And this
8.
one,
Line
Whoa,
is
whoa,
great.
I clocked 16 seconds hog to hog.
Wow.
No, it doesn't.
That's good positioning there.
Great shot by Joshua.
Where's shot? Yeah. Just yeah. You would have to be like here. We could come here. Even there's fine. We could peel, because it's pretty hard for them to roll away without giving us a double. I like this. Put a little pressure.
Interesting. Lots of discussion on that. on that shot call there. Trying to decide where to sit their second rock. They talked briefly about the peel, but it doesn't look like the rest of the team was in favor of that. They wanted to draw and sit two somewhere in the house, just trying to decide where to put it.
Line's great. Line's
So
great.
they've chosen to draw around the corner guard here.
Hey, careful. Tyler, no, man.
I think Eric I love his thought process there because he's really thought it through as to what he wants to. He knows he needs to put pressure on Team Sato.
That's fine. It's pretty good.
So it's just a little heavy.
Sorry. Needed more ice.
Gives Joshua Mickey an opportunity to freeze to that stone that was just thrown by Mitchell.
They're getting way less.
Line's good. Wait only. Where?
Wait 7. Line only.
Yeah, Josh is going to be really close
Are
with
we
this one.
bumping? Are we bumping?
Basically the same shot he just threw.
Yeah, I think I heard a 7, but it looks like it might even be more weight than that, Corey.
Real hard line. Okay, well, we're by. No. Hard.
It's not all bad.
Not all bad is right.
Especially because it did bump it outside of the 8-foot, and now they're sitting sitting first shot and third shot, which still brings in that red under the corner guard into play.
No, I don't like that.
So that's not a bad result at all.
Yeah, just maybe some miscommunication there as to where the weight was on that last stone. So, as you say, though, not a bad results. Eric has to deal with it.
Because I'd rather.
Here's two choices. He can hit and roll behind the quarter guard, which may not be the best choice. Or he can hit and roll away and try and light 2 that way.
It's like 11-2.
Would really like to avoid hitting this blue stone that's back 12.
No!
Yes.
No!
Little disagreement there.
Whoa! No!
Just gets by the corner guard.
No roll.
Nice shot.
And I think they're line 2, Corey.
Yeah, it looks close for 2, but I believe it is Team Colwell sitting 2 now.
Still come there.
So on and off this one, they were actually waiting for it to curl enough behind to get by that corner guard, and it just squeaked by.
Gave Josh about here. He was pretty
Makes a
close.
great shot. Had the catcher on the
Just
side
had
here, and
a
I
lot of
really
weight.
think that blue is currently line 2.
Probably about there.
A great opportunity here for Team Sato now to draw one in there and actually freeze and have backing as well.
They've been playing this shot the entire end, so the front end will have a good idea of the speed and being able to manage it into a good spot.
Tap that blue at all, so. You're pretty close. You about inch or
It
two
looks like he's
more
got a
than
little
me,
less ice than he gave Joshua Mickey. That first one of his, or the last one of his didn't curl. You've been taking a bit less. Maybe Corey will get a speed on this for us.
We're looking for 15.5.
His speed's been fantastic.
I felt low. T-line, guys. Real hard, curling real hard. Weight only.
And that was a 15.6 coming into the house here.
Great weight. It's whether or not it stops. 15.6, wow.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Are you sure?
No, now I'm not so
now,
sure.
Now I'm making you judge yourself.
Yeah, we're
It slips
Wow.
back, and I actually think blue might still be sitting 2, Corey.
It's a tough draw,
Have
right?
a look
We go
there.
full 4. Well,
I would
full 8.
agree, Melissa. It just slipped
I think, like,
a little bit too far. Unfortunately, some bad luck there to go between both those blues.
No, I like this turn.
Yeah, I had a great line there, and they were just kind of sweeping for weight, but it
I
just
think we want to get
kept going.
actually here though, because then he can't come to it. He's just got a straight draw, right? So I think actually we take like
Team Colwell just deciding where to put this third stone.
just cross the center line a little bit and bite the 8-foot's perfect.
trying to make it as difficult as possible on Hayato Sato in order to get his point
the
here.
center line a little bit and then bite the 8 foot. That'd be perfect.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, you're just trying to make that last draw as tough as possible on Hayato. So placing this in the full 8 foot, but you don't want it too deep so that all it takes is a nose hit to get your one. So you want to keep it top of the rings in the top 12 foot area.
No, it didn't even matter.
Yeah, if you think back and you kind of want to decide what you want your opposition skip to throw, and Hayato just was heavy on this draw here. He was heavy on the draw in the fourth end, gave up the steal of 2.
Right.
So you probably want to force him to draw. That's probably what they're thinking. So you want to make sure you don't give him an open hit.
Take a look.
So this is all about judging the right weight by the brushers.
Tyler. Tyler. Hard, Tyler.
Oh, I think they might have left it there too long. Yeah, they just left it a little bit too long. So it is about 5th shot, I believe.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, I don't think.
That's a hard one to judge because you don't want to bring it in too far, of course. So.
Right, and there's no double on the back blues, so it still does the job.
Absolutely.
Would have been nice to get 3rd shot, a little bit more pressure.
Oh, we have a timeout being called by Team Sato, and Brian Mickey will go down and join his team and have a conversation, and Dale Hoffer will go down and join Team Colwell.
I can't get both out, though.
I don't think there's any double there. Do you, Corey?
Doesn't look like it. I was thinking maybe they were going to take a look at
this one's out counting, and this one's out
coming down with the out turn, but even then it'd be pretty tough to get to nose
so
for
it
that
doesn't
on
really
that
matter.
blue rock.
Unless if
so
he wants
we'll
to try red,
have a
red,
listen and see
skinny,
what Brian's thinking
and stick it.
See if they change their call here. Hopefully that bird will stay put.
Not seeing much else.
During the timeout.
Yeah, I didn't mind Hayato's call, obviously the in-turn draw, so we'll just see what Brian's thinking.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're sitting 2. I mean, if he makes the double run, yeah.
No, come off this one, this blue one.
If he misses it, we're stealing 2.
Oh, kick the red? Yeah.
Like, it's like
Only way is I somehow get to this with enough weight and double tap, but I'd have to crank it. Yeah. We only have the draw.
But I thought it was farther back.
Yes.
Because then I thought maybe you'd come off the blue one and click the red.
I don't think they're gonna try for it.
But I couldn't see it, right? Okay. Well, we don't have a choice here.
Unless if we can come off this one at all. That one probably doesn't do anything. Okay, straight to draw.
So you just got to get a point for us.
So I think that was more about Brian not 100% sure who was shot, who was second shot. And it was a great way to come down, have a conversation with the boys and confirm who, what's going on out there, and completely agrees with Hayato's call that he has to throw the draw as Team Colwell line 2.
Yeah, for sure. And the way the score is currently being down 2, it would be less than ideal to give up any more points at this point. So taking your 1 is not all bad.
Definitely want to score, I agree.
We're more? Wait only, guys.
Starting to curl, guys. Make sure.
Wait only. T-line.
Clean, clean.
This looks pretty good.
Yeah, good throw.
That's a great shot by Hayato. So 1 on the board for Team Sato. They get within 1. It is now 4-3. Team Colwell over Team Sato after 5 ends of play here at the U18 Championships. We'll be back after a short break.
Nice little birds.
Curling, the game with the ice, and the rocks, and the sweeping, and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
fifth end, it was Team Colwell looking to draw to sit 3, putting the pressure on Team Sato. Comes up a little bit short. Team Sato did take a timeout to see if there was any chance for a double, but they decided to draw and take their one and come within one point of this game. So the score is now 4-3 for Team Colwell. Team Colwell has the hammer into the 6th end here.
And just a reminder, this is an 8-end game. Both teams have 30 minutes of thinking time and 2 one-minute timeouts. So this is the all-important 6th end, even end. And Colwell up 1 with hammer, in slight control of this game at this time. So for Troy Chong, that was to be a center guard. Unfortunately, slips into the ring, so Team Colwell can hit it.
Yeah, it's not a great miss there for Team Sato, especially without hammer here in the 6th end. So Team Colwell's going to try to hit this and roll away, roll to the wing.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard. And a roll. Go. That's pretty good, Tyler.
Nice shot there by Tyler Powell.
Good weight. Sorry, just need a little more ice. Yeah.
And Hayato's going to ignore that, asking Troy to throw a center guard. He knows he's only got 3 ends, and if things stay the same, he only has 1 hammer to Colwell's 2. So trying to put some pressure on Team Colwell. Would love to force them to take 1 here in the 6th end and get hammer back in 7, down 2.
Line's good. You can even carve it, go on top of the blue. Gotta get to center, gotta get to center. Real hard. Okay.
Pretty good shot there by Troy.
Pushing that to there and rolling to there. You like that? Just throw like back 8. If you tap it on the nose, that's not the end of the world.
So Tyler being asked to throw about back 8 weight, trying to tap the blue stone he threw on his first, or he hit on his first one.
Yep.
They could also just draw the open side as well, Corey, and just stay away from that one.
Yeah, for sure. Those are really the 2 options. I don't mind this call at all if you can spread them out. But like Eric mentioned, plan B is to hit it on the nose and bump it back.
Hard Mitchell, go!
It does make it a little bit tougher for Team Sato to draw in around their guard that they just put up.
You want to do that, or you guys just want to draw back 4?
I like hitting and rolling.
Yeah, I don't mind that. You might even bottom side come
The only thing I
down a
don't
bit.
like about the tap, Corey, is that you do end up grouping your stones together more times than not. Whereas if you just throw to the open side, you can separate your stones quite a bit. And the other option is, the other reason I don't like is if you end up tapping on the nose and tap it behind the tee line, it's not a great shot either. So.
Yep.
But it ends up
real hard, guys.
Decent. There isn't a double there, but they are playing the hit and roll off it.
Clean. Yep.
Right, and if I was Team Colwell right now, I'd be pretty happy that I'm forcing Team Sato to throw a takeout shot as opposed to a draw. It's a little bit tougher to place a precise hit and roll. And like we just saw there, it forced a bit of a mistake. And now there's not a lot of pressure here on Team Colwell with hammer in the driver's seat, up 1 point. So certainly a good position here.
For sure. So Ben's being asked to peel that center guard.
Yep. Yep. Clean. 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 Good throw, Benny.
Great shot. No mistake.
From here or up there? I think we guard. They're just going to peel it anyways. Might as well try. Dip.
So I think they've elected to throw the guard, and Hayato being very clear that they're most likely, or they will peel it. Eventually they're going to have to use that rock that's sitting top 8 as the guard and come around it. but they're going to wait a little longer. They're still on second stones here.
3's good.
Yeah, exactly. That's sort of the thought process there for Hayato, is that he's going to use eventually that top blue, top 8-foot blue to as a guard itself, and try to wrap one around into the back 4, but try to burn a few of these rocks before you make that move, so that there's less attempts at the run back for Team Colwell.
What do you guys like? Yeah, or we could come here and put a lot of pressure on. Like, if you're there, that's fine.
So just listening to Eric's process there, thought process there, Corey, is they just peeled on the previous one on Ben's shot. I see no reason why they shouldn't peel on this one as well. They are in full control right now, as you said, up 1 in the 6th then with hammer. So if you peel on this one, you know that Team Sato's got to take some chances.
Right. It's almost like he heard him say that, and now he's just trying to throw him off or something.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to beat him in there, and I don't think he needed to do this, but
I like it if you make it. But unfortunately,
that's the worst.
It's not a good result.
Not a good result. Everyone's going to probably think it's a great shot, but unfortunately, because it's staggered,
we can't be there.
Colwell has no opportunity to use either of those blue stones. It's just gotten in the way. So not a good result there for Ben. So this is Joshua and Mickey trying to bury around those 3, I'm going to call them 3 guards now, because that's what they are. If he can get one buried, there's going to be very little access to them.
Troy in. Really got to curl. Even back 8, guys.
This one's looking for some curl, unfortunately. It's got a bit of line still.
Really hard, guys.
So they're going to finish it and try to maximize as much as curl as possible.
Go. Real hard, real hard.
Yeah, they're taking that one back as far as they can to get the most curl out of it.
Looks like it's still about half open.
I thought you were a little in out, but I thought I gave you less.
We ever miss this and they go there.
Which is consistent with what we were mentioning earlier. The ice is a little bit straighter, and it's tougher to get that finish on the rocks to bury. Although it was trying to bury around rocks that are in the top of the 8-foot, which makes it a little bit tougher.
So Eric's going back to the peel now. So we peeled 2 rocks ago and drew 1 rock ago, and now we're back to the peel again. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if he actually caught one of the blue stones as well and try and unlock that unfortunate stagger.
If you can catch that blue on the right side, it might actually send it back into the red.
And that's what they're trying, I believe.
Really good.
That's a pretty good shot. Even better if the blue sits, but I think it's rolled out.
Yeah, certainly the best result you can get from that type of shot would have been bonus to keep that kicker in the back of the 12.
So momentum here, going back and forth a little bit. Opportunity now for Team Sato to put up a great guard. They've got one back 4, just biting back 4, I think.
Actually, line's good. Wait only.
This is Joshua, Mickey.
Tight 2. Switch. Gotta go. Real hard, guys.
Trying to get it to curl towards center.
Real hard. Hard. Real hard. Gotta go. Real hard. Go. Yep.
Didn't quite get there. But I think if Team Colwell can see any of that redstone in the rings, they've got to go for it now, Corey. They don't want to leave it there.
Yeah, for sure. It didn't guard the correct side.
Correct.
Of that scenario in the center. It might have been a good call to play the other turn, just to sort of guarantee that you were able to
I agree
leave
with
it on
you
the
for sure.
other side of the center line. So Team Colwell is going to play about a hack weight shot here to try to sit 2.
It's going hard for line right out of his hand. That's never a good thing on this ice. You got to get it by the blue stone at the top 12.
Tyler! Yes, keep going.
Wow, great
Great
sweeping.
shot. Great sweep.
Okay.
I think that was all the hours doing the strength training in the gym. Absolutely nice team shot
I think
there.
there's a little bit of panic there early. Mitchell might have been a bit tight, but great brushing by the front end and a nice call by Eric. Team Colwell now lies 2.
Top 8 just does that.
So Team Sato's in it now. Looking at two of Team Colwell's rocks in the rings, and they're throwing a draw shot. However, they do have those 2 rocks in the center that they can use as cover. So perfect placement here really is you can go to bite the top of the button with the intern.
11. Yeah, even if for like key line, it's probably not bad.
We'll have like 4.5-ish minutes with 2 timeouts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were on it out of your hand for a wait, I guess. This is the same ice as you. Yeah, exactly. But we had them carving yours, so I think it should be pretty close.
Just having a bit of a discussion there on the ice and where to put the broom. Both teams have struggled early here a little bit with the ice. Getting a better handle on it now.
Wait only. Wait only.
So Hayato throwing the intern draw, trying to get this buried behind those 2 stones on the center line and get this to the 4 foot.
Make sure we're at least 4 foot. At least 4 foot. T's okay. Switch if you can.
About 16 hog to hog. They got to really work on getting this to the 4 foot. What fabulous brushing. Great job.
That's a beauty.
That is fantastic.
Shot of the game so far.
Wow.
Heavy draw. There.
Those guys put their heads down, Corey, and they went the entire way. They dragged it. You got a 16 on that?
There's the proof.
Wow.
16 seconds. So what I noticed about that shot is that they were just really calm and collected for most of the way down the sheet, off and on it with the sweeping, trying to manage the curl, and then as soon as they knew that the line was good close to the hog line, they just went all for speed and placed it perfect. Great shot there.
Really great shot. That just shows the confidence too of Hayato Sato. He's coming off a gold medal win at the Canada Winter Games. They won the U18s last year. He's got lots and lots of confidence, and without Hammer here down 1, he knew he wanted to take some risk, and so far it's paid off here with 3 rocks to come here in the 6th end.
So they're just a hair high, and if we peel, that's fine. Well, I'm gonna throw 8, because I think you gotta throw a little bit of weight, just a sliver.
So you heard Eric there. He's going to throw about an 8 hog to hog. He thinks he can hit this one just a little hair high. And he's going to try and catch the blue one that's top 12 and maybe even run it into the red stone just thrown by Hayato. Plan B obviously is just a straight peel.
Straight guard the red, yeah.
Whoa! Whoa! Roll it off. Okay.
So it actually caught the back blue there on the way out.
Did we have
They were too late to go just for the straight peel, Corey, because they were still thinking that they might have a chance to make the shot. So yeah, they do catch that one. Their other stone that was back 8. So Team Sato still lying 1 and looking to throw a center guard.
Probably touches the blue.
Probably curl a touch less, but we can have.
I think we talked about them potentially coming the other way on a guard a couple rocks ago, but I think Hayato knows the spot so much better than the outturn. We haven't really seen any outturn draws for a few ends anyway, so this is probably why he's elected to throw the intern. And it's pretty much buried behind that one right now, I think.
Yeah, for sure. It's just making the adjustment from the draw. Line's going to be similar to place the guard. As long as you don't leave that blue exposed too much to play a run back, or the straight pick on the red. So
Yeah. Hard.
Trying to get this one to curl a little. Looks like it's in pretty good line. Might be a little higher than they were hoping.
Can you see any of this red? Like, if you could see my broom, I think we tried.
they didn't seem too happy with that result,
No.
but
Can you
it-
see my broom?
pretty good
I think
placement.
if we get
I think
tight
it's
to
pretty
the
good
guard, we
placement,
make
but
it
I
for
think
two.
maybe they're
Ah.
thinking that it's, I don't know, maybe they're thinking it's a little too
I think
high
it's
and
worth
Eric has a
it.
chance to get to the one on the button.
I don't think I'm drawing to the pin.
I agree.
12.
Might as well take a shot at it.
12-5.
I think that's good.
We're a bit on an angle, so we, from our perspective right now, we can't
You gotta-
quite
you
see
do
if
have
it's
to
fully
push it
buried or
6 feet.
over buried. But I'm gonna guess it's almost over buried, Corey.
It definitely looks like it's over buried. And as long as you can get past that top blue in the 8-foot,
You might have a chance at it.
Yeah, I can just see a sliver of the red, so.
So he's throwing about a 12.5,
Boys, let's make this.
about hack weight. This is final stone here in the 6th end. This is Eric Colwell. Team Sato currently line 1.
Little wide. Wide.
Oh, board weight, so weight's way up.
Sure, if he makes that.
That didn't go at all.
And we saw that in the
was
4th
the
end as
time?
well. So if you throw the weight up there, it does run pretty straight. So it is a steal of 1 for Team Sato to tie this game at
That
4.
curled like 6
4-4
inches.
after 6. We'll be back in a few minutes.
all right, so we'll take a look at the last 2 shots there. Team Sato looking to set up the steal, and Hayato makes shot of the game really so far to place it top button. Sweepers placed it perfectly and forced an error out of Team Colwell. All he had to do was guard it up on his last. Eric trying to throw about a hack weight in turn to try to punch it out, at least get his one, but unfortunately was heavy, ran poker straight, and it's a steal of 1 to set up a tie game.
And again, we saw that in the 4th end when Hayato was making that play. If you throw the little extra weight out there right now in that 8-foot, 12-foot area, it does run really, really straight, and that's exactly what happened there. So what I love about that end, Corey, is that Hayato knew that down 1 without hammer and 6, he was in a little bit of trouble, and he had to take some risk, and he's not afraid to take the risk, and it paid off. He got his point. So great job by Team Sato there in the 6th end.
That doesn't.
Back line.
Right, so the objectives for the teams heading into the 7th here, considering that it's a tied-up game, Team Colwell has the hammer, they're looking to blank the send, take the hammer into the 8th. And on the other hand, Team Sato is looking to force Team Colwell to take a point.
Still up. Good.
Wow, that spin. Holy.
Good throw.
Great throw by Tyler Powell there, playing the tick shot. Little maybe of an oversweep by Eric and the boys, but really great shot. Gets it off the center line. That's the most important thing. So another center guard going up here by Troy.
Wait only.
These last two ends for
Get Josh in.
these boys out here, Corey, are all about trying to stay calm and collected and keep the communication up.
Can you bring it beside?
The winning teams will be going on to the National Championship in Sherwood Park, Alberta.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't. Okay.
So second attempt here for the tick shot from Tyler Powell. Going to the intern this time.
Yep. Hard line. Hard. Gotta go. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. You got it. Hard. Hard man. Go. Hard man. Really good.
And a job well done.
Great
Just
shot.
threw a
14.
Nice weight control
Pretty good
there
back
to
line.
move it into the rings. We'll have another look at that one. But the main objective, like you mentioned, Melissa, is just to move it off the center line so that's not a threat anymore for Team Colwell. They don't need to worry about that rock that's over on the side of the 12-foot anytime soon. It'll just be cleaning up the center.
Wait only.
Just here. Don't really want to go further. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Center guard there by Dawson. Ben's being asked to deal with that one that rolled in on the tick attempt. Trying to keep that play away from center for a while. This one rolls out. You'll see Team Sato definitely going in behind their center guards.
Yeah. With nowhere to go. Where? Wait only. Wait only. Line's pretty good.
Oh, you have to go here.
Troy in.
Curl, yep.
Gee, no, it's curling. It's curling. Troy is still no hard line. Wait only. Top four, guys. Hard, guys. Real hard.
There's lots of discussion there about who was in for the brush, Corey, and I think they forgot about the weight, but it is fully buried, top 12. He really wanted that one in the 4-foot area, but
You still like just throwing normal?
fully buried.
We got to get this one to go pretty far.
Yeah, that's right, Melissa. As long as
think we
it's
gotta throw at least
in the top of the rings, it
big normal.
still applies pressure to Team Colwell. They're going to be heading up to peel those guards no matter what. So we'll see if they're able to remove two of them here. There's a couple options to remove that other side red, or even just to run it straight back. Make the double that way.
Hard! Hard!
The Tyler's working really hard on this one to at least get it off the center. So leaves the center guard.
I think it's out.
So it does clip that top
it's out.
of the house
It's like
red,
touching the
and
very
they're
edge. I
just
don't
trying to
know.
decide if it did
It's-
stay in the rings or not. But
It's like a millimeter out.
job
if it
well
is
done
out.
just to get it off the center line. That side red might come into play later on, whether there's a blank opportunity or not.
From our angle,
But-
it looks like it could be out, but you never know. So
He just did completely different than his first one.
Doesn't change the game plan here for Team Sato. They are trying to draw around the corner or center guard, pardon me, and get to the top 4.
Switch if you can. Gotta be here though. Gotta go. Dawson, switch out. Switch out.
This one looks light. Hayato's tried to come in and help here.
This
one's really light.
Gotta go.
He's pulled the string on that one a bit.
He did, for sure. So now there's pretty much 4 guards up there, so Eric's got to decide at some point here what to do. We're on 3rd stones. Probably one more peel attempt, I guess.
Yeah, so Eric's actually lining up the shot to double peel, and it could spill that blue into the rings, which would certainly be bonus.
This is Mitchell Kapitko.
Oh, yep. Yes! Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And it's in. So we don't have to worry about that back red one right now.
Nope.
So went for plan B. They were trying to do it the other way, but this one over curled. So got it slightly off the center and got a bonus, as Corey said, as it rolled into the rings. So again, the game plan will stay the exact same way here for Joshua Mickey. Needs to get this one buried. Really want to try and set up a steal here again.
Right, but they got to be careful just because that kicker is
well, exactly. It's okay to give a force, but you don't really want to give up 2.
Real hard, boys. Real hard.
So taking lots of risk here.
Real hard for a hard finish. Hard finish. Hard
With
finish.
the 5 rock rule now for the game, it's certainly easier to get your 2 points and even a 3 if you need it. So it's not the end of the world if Team Colwell scores their 2 in terms of Team Sato, but game plan doesn't change for Team Colwell. They're just trying to prevent a steal and try to hold that hammer. Or as it's shaping up, they could score 2 points.
Is he playing the double peel here again, Cor?
Looks like it.
Doesn't want to touch that one on the side, that's for sure.
Yes, yes! Okay, that's better. Here's fine, but try to get it here.
So just got it off, or
There's
got
a
the
good look
red
at
one
it
going.
there.
Yeah, so I mean, a couple of things happened there that are good. It's exposes the red one at the back a little. It also leaves the blue one out front that Colwell could run back, but it does give Hayato an opportunity now to put this one in a better place. Probably doesn't want to fully bury it, Corey, because he doesn't want to give him the straight run back. So maybe just half buried.
Right.
And kind of tease
Right,
him a
keep
little
him
bit.
staggered.
Yeah.
You guys can hold it tight. So. I heard it's getting slow.
So this is the first rock for Hayato Sato, 7th end of the final of the U18 Boys Provincial Championship. The winners going on to play in the Nationals at Sherwood Park, Alberta, April 2nd to 7th.
7. Whoa. Right off.
Waiting for this one to make its break. Wait's pretty close, eh, Cor? 15?
Yeah, it looks all there on its own. They're just going to manage the curl here at the end.
It's going sideways now.
It's a pretty good result, as long as it buried a piece.
Hayato doesn't love it, but I'm not sure you can see all of it. Oh, he's lining up the double, so maybe he can see enough. Yeah, from that angle, it looks like he can, Corey. Did not finish at all.
Okay, big shot here from Eric Colwell. If he's able to make the double, he'll be sitting 2 with 1 shot to go here in the 7th end.
Yeah, you want to hit this one just off nose. We'll get both reds going, and you'll save your shooter. It's a good look at it. Just slightly high side. Doesn't want to overthrow this, though. Same weight he's been throwing all game.
No, wide. Not even close.
Oh, he put this one out a lot, Cor. I'm not sure he has even a piece.
Hard bend! What was the time?
You saw him on release there, Corey. He just flared it a little bit. And the way this ice has been running, you can't do that. He's lucky to get a piece of the one that's sitting top 8.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a panic throw there. Not quite the cleanest release. Fortunate to get rid of one of them, but Hayato's going to be pretty happy because he can just make a small adjustment from the same shot he just threw and try to bury this one and set up a steal. But if anything, it's forced Team Colwell to take one this end.
Exactly. Yeah, if he can get the same weight and just partially bury it, he'll be in good shape here. So he's probably made an adjustment to the ice, and weight was great on his last shot. So this is Hayato's final stone here in the 7th end.
Wait only. Line's really good. Kind of curling now.
Sounds like line's good on this shot.
Hard!
Hard line!
Hard!
Well, wait only. Stop it. We look right here. Full forward then, full forward.
Weight's perfect. What a great shot by Hayato. Fabulous, managed by the front end of Team Sato.
He didn't look
He doesn't
too
look like he
happy
loves
about
it.
that, but
I think it curled more than he wanted to because it
Did the
does
job.
open up the scoring area for Eric to get his single point. But his job is done. His goal here was to try and force Team Colwell to a single point, and that's what is about to happen.
oh, completely.
Oh, and
Oh,
Eric
boy.
just had a bit of a slip. Hope he's okay.
And the mic pack fell out, so we'll just take some time to readjust here.
He can take a technical timeout if he needs. He's going to have to regather himself here and make sure he's okay before he throws this final shot, this all-important final shot here in 7 against 2. And it looks like he can't really come to that back one either, Corey, to be shot
No,
rock.
to be shot still
So he
if you
needs
come to the back one,
Yeah,
no.
he needs to throw this straight to the forefoot. He's taken about 6 inches more ice than Hayato just did. Last rock here in the 7th end. 4-4 tie.
Felt really close.
Back 8. Gotta stop.
Stay close.
Back
Rep.
8 is way too much.
Stay close.
Full forfeit, guys.
Whoa, no backing. Where?
It's got
Sit.
more on it than Hayato's did for
Sit.
sure. Needs to sit full 4.
And I think he's good.
What a fabulous
Nice
shot for
After
Eric.
the fall and everything.
After a fall, he gathers himself and makes a fabulous shot. So gets his point here in 7, goes up 5-4 after 7 ends of play. We'll be right back for the 8th end of the BC Championship.
Shaw Spotlight's mission is to celebrate, engage, and connect our communities, sharing a broad spectrum of in-depth stories featuring fascinating people, interesting places, and inspiring stories from across our amazing country. Canada is home to vast diversity, heartwarming humanity, and unforgettable experiences, all of which can be viewed anytime, anywhere on our social channels.
Welcome back. This is the last shot of Hayato Sato's team. Makes a perfect shot. He wasn't overly happy with it, Corey. He had over-curled a little bit, but it was perfect weight. He would have loved to kind of choke off the forefooted area a little bit so that Eric Colwell didn't have the opportunity to do exactly this.
Yeah, that's right. I think he's got to give himself a little bit more credit because, you know, being down 1 but with hammer in the 8th end in the last end here is pretty good position. So it should be a good finish here
And make it really good.
Stay hair quiet.
Yep, hard.
at the
Stop
Juan
forward.
Fuca Curling Center. We'd also just like to take this opportunity to thank the rest of our sponsors who helped put on this event this week. We have
Hard,
the
guys.
Victoria Curling Club,
Hard,
the
make it really
Optimist
good. Top
Club of
line.
Victoria,
Yep.
Ageless Living,
Yep, I
Run
think
Back,
you can go. Yep,
Olympic
yep,
View
yes.
Golf, Digital
Yep,
Direct Printing,
yep, yeah, yeah,
Highland
yeah.
Pacific
Really
Golf,
good throw,
Bear
Tyler.
Mountain Golf,
Peach.
and Thrifty Foods, Farmer Ben's, and of course 4 Foot Curling Camp. So thanks a lot, everyone, for your support this week. And of course, we have our Curl BC sponsors that you can see out on the ice. With us today, we have Bel Air Direct, Best Western, Ambrosia Apples, which had
Wait,
Ambrosia Apples out for the
we're a
players
little
all
tight.
week.
Yeah,
They're pretty happy
it's
about that,
curling
so thank you,
already.
Ambrosia.
Got it.
We have the Government of BC and Ice King.
It's
So
really
thanks a lot
curling.
for your support this week.
So the 8th then is started here, Corey, and what a fabulous shot by Tyler Powell. It's really hard to put that rock in a great position. So he just did that top 4, top button on his first shot. Corner guard
This
goes
isn't
up
in the
by
way at all,
Team
so-
Sato. Just having a look at it, there's a great positioning rock for Tyler. Now looking to throw a tight guard. Would love to cover the rock on the corner guard
Air
side
tight,
so
but
that
not
there's no
bad.
hit and roll possibility.
Okay, 3. 3.
2-3. Halfway.
No, line's good. Got to cross the center. I think bends. No, it's got to curl a mile, guys. Bend.
It looks a little
Hard bend.
heavy, maybe.
Hard bend. Go. Okay.
It's pretty good, though.
Yeah, I don't think that's too
That's
bad.
the job.
That if you're little ballsy, you knows it.
Make a roll somewhere. Make a roll somewhere. As long as you stick it, though.
Oh, I meant with like hit weight. Back line.
Okay, I like it.
Nice call here by Hayato. He's
Tyler.
asking for backline weight. It's not so much as where you move the blue stone. Oh, he's changed his mind here. Oh, maybe not. Maybe a little more than hack, or maybe about hack weight now, I
I
think.
believe it's bumper now.
Bumper. The most important thing here, anyways, what I was going to say is that you have to keep your shooter in play.
Right. That's
the
absolute
most
priority.
important thing. Doesn't matter what happens to the blue stones. And right now you want to kind of clear up the center line
Where?
area so that you can open up the
Josh.
scoring area.
Josh to touch. Gotta go. Gotta go. Real hard. Really gotta go. Oh, that's like board weight.
Maybe just a little more weight than he was looking for by Troy Chong there. So
Okay,
another
2.
opportunity here for Team Colwell to put up another center guard.
Little full. Whoa, early. Whoa. 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 Okay, line's okay. It's got to cross center, though. Wait. Yep. Now. Hard, Tyler, now. Hard, buddy. Go. Hard. It's really good. Hard. Come on, buddy. Go. Hard.
Really trying to get this one to
Hard, right
center.
over. Good.
Pretty good shot there.
Same.
Good throw, Benny.
How much weight you want to throw at it?
That rock in the house is in such a good spot that, you know, I'd be tempted at some point if I could see a piece to try to move it as soon as possible.
I fully agree with you, Corey, and I think that's what Josh was coming down to have that conversation. You can probably see, I don't think you can see half, but maybe a little less than half.
Throw half weight.
But it is in such a good
Half weight,
spot.
you tip that.
So we got a timeout
Got
call
a
here.
timeout called, yep. I think that's a really good call by Coach Brian Mickey to come down and have a conversation with his team.
Like playing a straight tick
So this is
shot.
the second and last timeout for Team Sato. See if we can hear anything.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's a pretty
Yeah.
good situation right now.
Yeah. Well, he was wide and board weight. 5 rock.
Well, if I can, yeah.
What was that?
But if they like freeze up, then I think they just stop. Just make sure we guard the high side, right?
Back 8.
You don't even have to move it, just gotta
Because
Heavy draw kind.
I'm trying to read lips there, and I think he's saying you just have to move it, right? You just have to move it from that position, Corey, top button. It's in such a good spot.
the corner, which is gonna peel, right? You can come around the corner if you want to, but whatever you do, you gotta either get another guard on the corner, or you gotta line up your shots. Right? So it's up to you. And then if you get it lined up on there, he might throw the center guard. Right? Then you gotta try and save the shooter, try and keep the shooters.
Control weight. Hit no, somewhere.
Well, only on top.
Yeah.
Do you almost like hitting and rolling to the center? Or just straight peel?
But then that was a good call. But even if you hit on the nose, how can you do that?
Yeah, because we're only throwing normal anyways, right? So then you block the drop pass. So.
Great exchange there.
Yeah, we have both.
You can tell the passion in Brian Mickey during that timeout.
Out of your hand.
Trying to pump up the guys a little bit, trying to decide what shot to play here. So I believe the call is to move this one that's on the top of the button. You don't have to move it that far, just off the top of the 4 foot
Away
there,
from where it is
to
right now,
behind the tee line.
exactly. It's just in such a great position. And as we both said, if you can see even a piece of it, you've got to take a chance at it. And you're looking at it there, Corey, I think you can see about half. So really important, this is all about weight here, weight control. You don't want to overthrow this one. Just give it to your brushers.
Where? Whoa, clean, yep, yep.
Weight's down.
Hard.
They're saying
Hard,
weight's
hard.
down. I'm not sure what weight he called.
Real hard. Real hard for tick, go, go, go. Whoa.
Yeah, I think it's just
Whoa.
too late.
Whoa.
But it will roll into the rings.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So now Team Colwell is most likely got to
really like this
hit
rock.
this rock and roll in. So
Yeah. 10.
not bad.
Not too
a bad
bad.
result,
Like
just because
off
it did move the guard
I think
off the
off
center
center
line
is okay.
more. Does expose the rock that's top button, and Team Colwell's got to deal with it.
Ideally here for Ben, he wants to hit and roll back to the center line. It's a tough shot. Goal number 1 is to remove
Yep.
that red stone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yep, yep. Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes, yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. No roll.
Yeah.
No.
Whoa. Sorry, Benny. Really good try.
Just rolled a little bit too far past the center line there.
It's not bad though.
So pretty good try. Unfortunately,
wanna
didn't
throw, like,
curl up enough.
back
We'll have
line,
another
try
look
to
at
do
that
that?
one. They're
Those
off
are
and on
really
it.
hard to call, Corey. You know, you can see Eric there on and
That's
off,
a
on and off,
really
and
long roll. Like, we're running out of rings.
just unfortunate that it didn't curl quite enough. But as you
Try
said,
to
not a
do that,
bad
like,
result.
It's lined up, but
Hayato's got to deal with that one in the top
like
button.
a back line.
So he's talking about rolling behind those
2.5
two
weight.
blue guards out there, Corey, and he could
Sure.
actually be more aggressive on the roll. I think he has enough room, if he does have enough room, and try and roll more towards the red stone. Because right now, if you roll behind those two blues, they're pretty much lined up to for the double run back.
Yeah, it depends on how much space there
Yeah,
is.
I can't quite tell how much space
in
there
order to
is,
get
but
by, yeah, I
Clean.
like your thought process there.
Yep. Hard.
The key is just to
Key
make
is
sure you remove this one.
Real
on the top of the button.
absolutely. This one's curling lots too.
Yep.
This is already on
Whoa.
center.
Back line.
Well, not what they wrote up.
Definitely not. I think Dawson was just maybe a little light on both of those throws.
No matter.
This one got to center real quick.
don't
Not
know
much
if
they
this
could do
is
with
really
that,
hurting
but
us because they'd
they
have
do
to
have
go
that red
double,
stone still
right?
out front
They
there
just
that
do
they
that,
can
we're
use.
Still gonna be shot.
Tough break,
I
but
think
it's
the
going to
best
take a
is
couple tries to get at that button now.
Oh yeah, I mean as long as it's somewhere close to
Pretty
center line,
good,
there's no double.
really good positioning for Team
I
Colwell.
don't like that. Wow.
think there's a timeout being called here by Team Colwell, so Dale Hoffer making his way down to have a discussion with the team. This is a really important shot. This is Third's first shot.
They've got to
They have to decide where to put it.
Run the red, stick it. We only score one, or we score one, right? They don't have any other reds in the house. We wouldn't be facing the loss. I think we just throw the guard and block the double.
You know, that's not a bad call. I don't like red yet.
I just
hit him out to the center, but it's just dangerous.
But if we miss it, right? If we hit it a little low, high side and it comes in on
Okay. Okay. So what type of room?
I think we try to get it like right here.
What if he comes in?
Right? Even if we're there, as long as there's no double down the middle. Even, like, I think that's okay.
Well, I think this double. Yeah. One thing is, we still got that run back, right?
I know, but they still have to make it.
I'm not sure I agree with that
we
call,
still have
Corey.
this one out counting this, because this isn't
What are you
even
thinking?
in.
Tap and roll.
They should do.
Well,
It's interesting.
You like
Yeah.
right here?
It's going to take 2 shots to just
I like
expose
almost
the button.
coming in half around that red one, or like kind of blocking the
but
run.
then if we go
like even
here,
if you
we're
put it
just
right on
making
center
that
line in the
easier.
12 foot, it
Well, I
takes it
know.
away and it covers your 2 in the
Do you
4
think
foot
we
area.
try to come here and that's
like
fine?
that, like that.
Yeah.
I think that
Even
run's
if-
too easy right now for Team Sato.
Even if
For
he
sure.
comes right
and
to that, that's fine.
you know, if you play the draw, the
I
intern
like
draw,
it.
there's some margin that
Sure.
you can work
There's-
with, right? You don't
exactly.
have to, it's not
I don't really
too
know what to play
precise.
if they get it.
Just
right
don't
on the
think
middle.
that center guard, that
I mean,
high center guard is the right
right
call.
on top of this would be really
What about you?
good.
Yep, I agree. You know,
Yeah.
it's going to take Team Sato a few shots for
I think
cleanup
I'd
here.
take the same ice as the guards.
You gotta remember, you're up one here without hammer. You're in pretty good position right now. Like center line,
tolerance
top
is light,
12,
Mitchell.
top 8 is perfect here. This is Mitchell Kapitko with his first rock in the
Line
8th
three.
end of the final of the U18 Boys Championship.
A 4 is really
be
good.
guard.
Hard. Hard. It's really good.
Guys.
They're working really hard to get this one to a 4, which is top 12.
Whoa, then.
It's
Whoa.
got some curling to do.
Gotta sit there. No.
They probably want to bring
Yep,
that in a
yep.
little bit, Corey, and even overlap that if they can.
So it slips into a tight guard. Does leave the run back, however, because you can still, you know, 7/8 of a rock.
Back line.
Get
plus.
7/8 of a rock and
We should've
run it
probably
into
stayed
that
on it.
pile
We
of
probably could've
blues.
got it by the red. My bad.
Sounded like he's playing back line, is that right?
Back line, I heard back line too.
Yeah. This is Joshua Mickey with his first here in the 8th end. Back line, wait, and trying to almost get to the nose of that redstone,
Clean.
just a little high
Yep.
side.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Yep.
You gotta be careful this one doesn't take off like the other two have.
Whoa.
He's really close, I think. Not sure what happened there, Corey. They were sweeping it most of the way down for line, and
We're still sitting 3.
Kind of cut in and straightened out, eh?
Yeah, it looks like they just swept it through the break point there.
kept it too
Unfortunately,
straight.
didn't hit enough of the stone that they needed to. Hit only about a thick half of the rock. They were looking for about 7/8
You like that
or
ice?
3/4.
And I think what's most important there too is they also got that redstone, or Eric got that redstone out. So big break here for Team Colwell, in good position right now to set up a potential steal here in 8.
Okay, whoa, it's a 3.
Really important where you place this
Higher
guard.
the better.
1-2.
Higher the better. No, it's good on its own. It's over curling a hair. No.
Wanted this one high. It's going to come into
Sit.
about a zone 3, maybe zone 2.
Sit.
Over curled a little. Not sure if there's a port there or not, Corey.
softer than Ben and
Or if he
Tyler's,
starts
'cause
blasting and
that's
trying to
where
open up the scoring area a bit.
Pretty small port, but yeah, those are really your only options at this point because
What's
there's no
that?
draw to the button. That's the
No,
thing.
there
so
is
you're
not.
gonna have to move those blues,
Throw
and
those.
there's 3 rocks left to do so.
Yeah, at least it's red.
I think he's going to have to open this up here and
Well,
try and
this
give
is
himself a
just staying
shot.
Here, then.
Team Sato has used both their timeouts already. Team Colwell has 1 timeout remaining.
It's Joshua Mickey looking for the nose hit, nose peel.
Clean. Yep.
Try and get some of those blue stones moving and try and
Whoa.
keep his red one in play there. Would love the
roll,
shooter to
Joshua.
stay there.
Okay, that's not bad.
It's a great result.
It is a great result.
Yeah, that's certainly what they're looking for, just to make sure that they have some breathing room down the center line and to be able to score their 1 point. So
Well, I mean, yeah, I know, but we've got this.
Team Colwell is just going to be looking to throw it back up the center guard.
Makes that slash. The guard's still here. I can loop.
I think they want to guard the one on the left more than the right, I think, Corey, because it is a little bit higher and there is a potential slash double there.
Slash double, right.
So
I mean, I can't really get
just a hair over center line, it looks like.
It's thin, but it
Yeah,
looks like it's
for
there.
sure.
Rolling out, right? It's super thin. We want to split the
The
center.
thing is, I believe blue is sitting 3 at the moment, so that one that's top 12 is third shot, I think.
Minute 30, so a little low.
So first skip stone here for Team Colwell. 8th end of play. Colwell currently leading 5-4.
makes it good. I don't know.
Wait's fine. Wait's fine. 1, 2.
Split the center line.
This one's got some curling to do for sure.
Split the center line. Hard, Tyler. Hard, Tyler. Gotta go.
Gotta go about 2 feet
Split
here.
the center at least. Hard. Hard, go. Hard, split it. Go. Whoa. Really good. Good sweep, boy.
I think it's a guard for sure.
It's a guard, but there's a port,
I don't think we could
which is, I'm sure Team Sato's pretty happy about that they can at least try to move one of those blues that's biting the top of the button. So they, like I said, they do not have a timeout here.
Yeah, we don't have the luxury of seeing the time clocks right now, so we're not sure how much time Team Sato has. Each team has 30 minutes and the 2 1-minute timeouts. So it's pretty much just 2 options here, Corey. There's the slash double, but he can't save his shooter if he does that, or there's the port to try and hit and roll and hopefully have a shot at that.
I think I played this, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully he has a shot at that one on his next.
Even back line out of my hand.
There's our shot at the time clocks there, so thank you for that.
Okay.
So the call is to play back 8, try to bump this blue with the out turn, and you will only be second shot still, but at least you'll open yourself up for a shot on your last, and you'll still have that port with the in turn. So
Team Sato's going to have to speed up here a little. They don't have a lot of time for 2 rocks left to go.
what was it, a minute 50?
Minute 50 counting down, and it's
Should be
still
okay.
going right now. Until it gets to T-line here, he'll imagine down to about a minute.
Yep. Hard. 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 Real hard to split it. Go, go, go. Gotta go. Real hard.
They've really lost some of the out turns there, Corey. This is about the
Any roll,
4th
guys.
or 5th
Roll,
one that's
roll.
over curled on them. Wow. Interesting scenario though, Corey. If we have a chance to get a look at the overhead here,
Kind of rolled it.
it looks like the out turn double might
Yeah,
be there.
It's better than it was.
It is better than it was.
So
there is a port
it actually
and the out turn double, so I think the boys, Team Colwell almost has to cover that more so than the tap.
He's
Right.
never getting inside, right? He's always hitting it into there.
See about half of that rock, I bet, eh?
Do I throw the same weight?
just leaves access to the button with like what you said, that
Where do you
double.
like to come?
I mean, it's tough for sure, but
I think right now his easiest shot is this.
there we go. I agree.
I think his easiest shot right now is this is double. Yeah.
So I believe Team Colwell's called another
anything
timeout
else.
here, their second timeout.
Yeah, but it goes right into this, right? It'll be close. They
The
might.
outturn tap isn't easy, that's for sure.
No, and
But Dale, that's
will
what I'm
you
saying,
be
he's got this
shot
double.
over that
I
blue
think we have to
anyways?
guard this.
Yeah, and does it jam, right? So
Right.
I
If he
think
makes
Eric's
that
right. I
for
think
one,
the
that's a
double's
really
easier,
hard shot.
and that's what you want to cover.
Because even if we tap this, he's just got to hit this thinner and he still can make it. I think
I think
we
you
give
leave
him
the
this.
outturn side alone.
Which sounds like Eric agrees with you.
I throw the
I
same
think
way.
Dale does
right?
it maybe right now. Let's see.
Yeah.
They do have the red run as well, don't
Yeah,
forget.
as long as we take away this double.
So similar situation to Eric's first, Corey. I actually like them coming more even top 12 to take away the double rather than the high guard, because there is that tight red stone that they can just run in.
Right.
So you kind of want to take that away. They're not even really looking at that. They're just looking at covering the port.
Yeah. Sorry? What'd you say?
Even if you're a hair wide, it's fine, right? It's taking away the double.
Top 12 edge on edge would be probably
I like that,
perfect.
yep.
Make it good. You got this.
What? No, we're not going in. Like a 2. No, we're guarding the hole. As long as it gets by that blue one top 12 by like an inch. the double
So this is the final stone for Eric Colwell
I mean, as
here in
long
the
as it's over the
8th
hog
end of this
same weight.
BC
Alright,
U18 final. He's trying to block the port and take away that double opportunity for Team Sato. He is up 1 without hammer here in 8.
Whoa, Ben, whoa.
Three.
Whoa, Ben.
I think they want to bring this one tight, Corey. I'm convinced.
Line's good. Clean it.
They're calling a 3.
Clean it.
They're going to leave it, though. It
Clean
looks like
it.
it's a little higher than
Whoa.
that.
You're good. You're good. It's right, perfect.
Job accomplished. That's exactly what he wanted to do. So you know that Hayato's probably going to run the double. Oh, or the in-off. That's not too bad either. He's
solid up.
Yeah, the double or the run back is
might be
it's
tough.
still there because you do need to hit high side, but he's pretty confident with the in-off. He motioned it.
He
pretty
doesn't
much
have
right
a lot
away,
of time
so
here, so he's making his way down real quick. And Dawson Ballard just having a look. He thinks he might be able to get shot too if he just nuts that one. That's sitting top button.
I want to make sure it goes out.
So last stone, final stone here in the 8th end. Team Sato needs to score 1 to send this game to an extra end.
Yep. Hard.
And he does not get it. And Team Colwell has won the game with the steal in the 8th end. They are your new U18 BC Provincial Champions. Team Colwell, Eric Colwell, Mitchell Kapitko, Ben Morin, and Tyler Powell, and Coach Dale Hoffer.
yeah, congrats to Team Colwell. It was a great performance by this team. You know, they were giving up a few opportunities here and there, but had a great solid second half. And this is their first provincial title as a team, so congrats to them. They'll be heading to Sherwood Park in 2 weeks' time to represent BC.
What a game, and what an 8th end played by Team Colwell. That was pristine, and you know, great job by Team Sato. What a great game they had as well. They fought all the way to the end, and Hayato just missing that in-out. We are going to jump down to ice level. Will Sutton is with the winning skip, Eric Colwell.
Congrats. I'm here with Eric Colwell from Team Colwell, our BC U18 champion. Congratulations. How does it feel?
It's exhilarating. It's kind of a loss for words, like everybody says, because I'm just so excited right now.
Yeah, you did great out there. Lots of composure throughout that game. Looked like it took some time to get used to the ice out there, but you looked like to get a handle on it?
Yeah, we definitely got to handle it on the end. We made a lot of good guards and a lot of good shots in that last end and put a lot of pressure on them.
Absolutely. That was a great draw specifically that you made in the 7th end of that game. Your sweepers managed that real nicely into the ice.
Yeah, that was huge. When we made that draw, I mean, coming home tied with Hammer, it's a pretty good situation.
Awesome. So I don't know if you know this, but you're off to Sherwood Park, April 2nd to 7th now, wearing the Team BC flag on your back. Anything you do to prepare in the next couple weeks for that?
No, it's first time. So I mean, we're not going to have ice in Vernon. So I mean, we may come down to the Lower Mainland to get some practice in, and I don't know, just kind of go from there.
That's great to hear. We'll enjoy the next couple days of reflection, and we'll get you ready in the next 2 weeks for the national championships. Congrats.
Thank you.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero. I want to be a firefighter. I want to graduate university. I don't know what I want to be. I want to be an archaeologist. I want to be a scientist. Pilot, coach, carpenter. I'm going to be a curling champion.
Kids dream big. Your support will help them realize their dreams on and off the ice.
That has to be the most Canadian thing I've ever seen.
Well, maybe if he was also eating a poutine.
Whoa. And drinking maple syrup.
And he's also a curler.
Guys, you know I've never actually been curling before.
And you call yourself a Canadian?
I'm sorry.
There's more than 1,000 curling facilities in Canada. Be a good Canadian and find one near you today.
Curling, the game with the ice and the rocks and the sweeping and the yelling. Each game starts with a handshake. Then, 2 teams of 4 people take turns throwing 44-pound stones down a sheet of ice. Each team throws 8 rocks, and the team closest to the center after all the rocks are thrown will score the points. This process is repeated for 6 to 10 rounds until one team is victorious. It's just that simple. Or is it?
All right, we're back with a quick wrap of the last 4 ends of the game. So in the 5th here, Team Sato was forced to draw for 1 against a few of the Colwell Stones. We're over to the 6th now. Team Sato set up the steal of 1 after this great team shot by Hayato to draw top of the button there. Team Colwell thought that they were able to punch it out with the intern hack waiter, but unfortunately it was a little bit heavy, hit the guard, and it stole the 1 for Team Sato. Heading into the 7th, it was the 2 draws by Team Sato to set up the force against Team Colwell. Made no mistake there by Eric to take his 1 and head into the 8th end. But it was all Colwell here in the 8th. Couple of bad breaks, unfortunately, for Team Sato, and he had a tough shot here on his last. Was trying to play the out turn in off in order to get his 1, send this one to an extra. Unfortunately, curled a little bit too much. Made contact with the one on the top of the button, but rolled too far, and it's a steal of a championship win. Steal in the 8th there, and the first title for Team Colwell. Heading to Sherwood Park as Team BC. So now we'll head down to ice level. Here's Melissa for the medal ceremony.
On behalf of Curl BC and our Board of Governors, I would like to thank you all for being here at the 2019 BC U18 Curling Championships. It has been a tremendous week of curling here at the Juan Fuca Curling Center. Many thanks to the host committee led by Todd Jones, with his assistant and full support of Steph Cambry and all of the volunteers who have made this event so amazing. We would also like to thank Shaw for doing such a great job with the TV broadcast and live stream. A huge congratulations to both these teams for making the final here today, Team Sato and Team Colwell. We are going to give the silver medals out first. Joining me on my left here is Curl BC Liaison, Terry Palanchuk, and Stephanie Cambry from the host committee who will be putting the medals on the teams. Coach, Brian Mickey. Lead, Troy Chong. Second, Dawson Ballard. Third, Joshua Mickey. And the skip, Hayato Sato. I don't know which one it is. Congratulations to our silver medalists. And our gold medalists, the U18 champions who will be going on to represent BC at the National Championships, the coach, Dale Hoffer. The lead, Tyler Powell. The second, Ben Morin. The third, Mitchell Kopitko. And their skip, Eric Colwell. Congratulations, Team BC, and we look forward to cheering you on in Sherwood Park. I would like to end this ceremony by thanking our great ice crew led by Cody Hall and Chris Patterson, then the officiating team led by Kathleen McKenzie and all her crew. Thanks to all the parents, the fans, the volunteers, and the coaches who have given so much time to our sport. I hope you will continue to support curling in the future. I think it's in pretty good hands from what we see here today. I'd like to remind you that at 2 p.m. this afternoon, we will be having the U18 girls final, which is Team Bushi versus Team Taylor, right here on Shaw Spotlight and Shaw YouTube channel. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll see you soon.